leave their self-respect intact. Sometimes it's just a simple thank you. You know, in the military, when we're told to draw up plans or come up with a campaign, we always turn to our most experienced men and women to do that, to anchor us, to make sure that we know the difference between what are facts and what are fictions. They're mature, they've got experience. This is the same for the veterans that live among us in our society. They have all these qualities. They anchor our communities. They are bedrock for us. And some are anonymous to us that they in fact serve their nation in uniform. They're humble. There's some issues with humility today. You know, you can never probably have enough humility. You know, I know in special operations there's some challenges that we have currently. And this is a fine balance between being proud and loud, self versus team, sharing versus security concerns. But there is no issue that we're grateful for the service rendered by our veterans of all services at any time. We're also naturally drawn by heroic deeds and declared conflicts from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, Desert Storm, Bosnia, Somalia, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Our nation produces courageous and gifted young men and women. But many veterans serve between the wars, or they manned a desk job. Not that they had a choice in doing that. But that should have little bearing on how we regard their time in uniform, which is with respect and gratitude. I had a boss many years ago who said, your value to the mission should not be measured by your proximity to the target. And how true that is in today's military, where technology allows us to do so many things. And it's an all-volunteer military. If one professional doesn't do their job or makes a mistake, it has a ripple effect. And so my point is, if you choose to serve your nation, regardless of where you are, what you're doing, when you're serving, that's all good time. That's all service time, and we should be grateful for it. I talked about our children earlier. They see how we treat our veterans and those in uniform. They watch. And so I would ask you, to set a good example in how you engage with the military, with our veterans, so that they'll grow up and understand and perhaps make a choice to serve as well. If today's world is any indication of what tomorrow will bring, we will need these great young men and women to serve the nation well into the foreseeable future. Which brings me back to Tampa, which is at the top of my list for military and veteran-friendly towns. There's no finer city and surround that supports all aspects of service and weaves appreciation and assistance into the daily fabric of life here. So thank your veterans, thanks to the city, and thank you.